About 1 week ago, Russians posted a video showing the strike on several vehicles that looked like surface-to-air missile battery. On the video itself, these vehicles were designated as S-300, but then information surfaced that it was probably Patriot launchers. It was then confirmed, the information that it was Patriot launchers. It was confirmed by well-known Ukrainian journalist Yuri Butusov, who released a report about this incident. Why our command was forced to use such expensive, valuable, rare systems as Patriots, I already explained it on my other video, where I also said that we should be prepared for losses as Patriots operate closer to the front line, where enemy has more opportunities to spot and to destroy it. So the Patriot system, it is strategically crucial and it is the most effective weapon for combating Russian aviation, and it is the most long-range weapon that we have at the moment. The battery consists of up to 8 M901 launch stations, a fire control radar, and a command post, and plus several support vehicles. So, on March 9th, due to a strike by Russians on a convoy of Patriot surface-to-air missile batteries near the town of Pokrovsk in Donetsk Oblast, approximately 50 kilometers from the front line, 2 M901 launcher stations and several surface-to-air missiles were destroyed. And according to Sensor.net, it is a media resource of Yuri Butusov, 9 Ukrainian servicemen were also killed in this incident. Because the radar and the command post survived, the battery combat capability can soon be restored, but replacing skilled and motivated operators, some of whom have undergone extensive training in leading NATO training centers, unfortunately cannot be done. And sincere condolences to the families of the heroes who already destroyed several Russian aircraft. The drone footage released by the enemy and information from Butusov sources allow for post-operational analysis to prevent the recurrence of such tragedies, which seriously undermine Ukraine's defense capability. The strike was carried out by 3 Iskander missile systems, guided by a reconnaissance drone Supercam. The launch stations were positioned openly in the convoy and were stationary. No camouflage measures on the vehicles were observed. The cost of one launcher is about 10 million, and the cost of one surface-to-air missiles is 4 million, and there were several missiles, up to 4 missiles per launcher. So, which factors contributed to the detections of Patriot systems and enabled this precise strike? The battery had been operating in the area for several weeks, conducting several successful launches against Russian aircraft. The radar was regularly activated, allowing the enemy to identify the approximate search area for their space reconnaissance, for their radio electronic reconnaissance, and for their drones. The Patriot positions were not protected by short-range surface-to-air missiles systems against drones, and considering that the battery operated within the active range of enemy drones, the risk of detection was quite high. Warning about incoming drones and about incoming missile attacks were received too late. The battery received orders to relocate but failed to execute them in time. Instead of quickly and immediately dispersing at maximum speed, the launchers assembled into a dense convoy and stood in the open, awaiting orders to move, creating a compact target for the strike. So, conclusions. What should be done to avoid such tragedies in the future? Maneuvering the battery and exiting the engagement zone at maximum speed beyond the range of enemy drones using individual vehicles without waiting for orders or without assembling convoys, it should be prioritized in combat training. And in case of active combat operations and when it is impractical to leave the position area temporarily, Patriot positions must be securely covered by short-range surface-to-air missile systems. Electronic warfare means should obstruct the video signal of enemy drones approaching Patriot positions to hinder observations and target identification. Mock-ups imitating the operation of the battery should be deployed around the Patriot position area. Such camouflage measures are not yet employed, although the cost of such mock-ups is hundreds of times lower than the cost of a single launcher. The enemy should constantly see false targets and spend time identifying them and spend ammunition engaging them. Real Patriot system vehicles should have also camouflage to conceal their silhouette from rapid recognition. The Air Force Command, as of now, does not employ Patriot mock-ups, although it is the most powerful, it is most expensive weapon that we have, requiring the maximum protection. The responsibility for the destruction of Patriot launcher station lies fully with the Air Force Command, partially with the Battery Command, which failed to withdraw personnel and equipment from the strike in time. And also, there is a Ukrainian podcast called Poplava, and it is regularly attended by Taras Chmut, and he is the head of one of the biggest, most professional, most impactful volunteer funds called Come Back Alive, Повернись живым, in Ukrainian. And this guy, Taras Chmut, is very well connected in the Ukrainian military and has a lot of inside information. So at the last episode of this podcast, Poplava, he was asked about this incident with Patriot launchers, and he responded simply that if you snipe at Russian fighter bombers using hit and run tactics, then you should hit, run and hide, and not stay in the same area striking every day. The enemy eventually will have the opportunity to spot you and to catch you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and Slava Ukraini!